But we're going to get things started with our first Let's Talk About Wealth. First man on the mic, we're going to give it up to world-renowned pastor, retired soldier, kung fu master, Mr. Victor D. Moore.
You all here today for our first event for the Empire Group and Legacy Avenue. We are here today to spit some knowledge, finances, about business, and we got an opportunity for you to partake in it. So if you have any questions, I want you to write them down. Everyone that is a part of the Empire Group and a part of Team Ohio to stand up. I just want everybody to know what we got here in Canton, Ohio. I grew up in a house that had 2 bedrooms. We had a mom and a dad and 9 kids. So that let you know I didn't have a bedroom until I got grown and got in the military. But my life has changed, and what we're doing here today, I want to see the lives of my children and my grandchildren change. And the way that we do that is by learning about money and learning how it functions and how we can operate the same way that the wealthy operate.
I heard it somewhere. I read a book called The Perfect Storm. So I looked for something. Most people do, they go into real estate. So my thing was, I didn't want to do, the conventional real estate, get the license, things like that. So I did wholesaling. So I would drive around, I found a property. I actually ended up flipping 2 properties, made a beautiful commission, uneducated about my finances, blew the money, but I say, I'm gonna start my own business. Evening, I get a text message, a DM from a girl, and she says, hey, I see you have a strong business acumen. I want you to take a look at something, let me know what you thought about it. And I hop on this Zoom call with this young lady and a man, and they're talking about financial literacy. And honestly, I didn't pay attention to nothing that man was talking about. But at the end of that meeting, he shows me his bank account. And I'm seeing 23,000, 17,500, it was like 12,700, and then it was like another $30,000 commission check. And I said, sir, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you can show me how to make this kind of money, I can supplement my income, have more time with my children. Financial services. So I did more research. And I'm like, all right, let's go deeper into that, because a banker is financial services, a bank teller. So I did more research. The life insurance industry is about $70 trillion industry. So I'm comparing apples to apples because supply and demand. So there's probably about 300 million people in America. But I Googled how many active agents are there in America? 100,000.
I end up in Texas. Don't ask me how. God said, hey, Mackie, go to Texas. Okay, we're going to Texas. My wife and I taught a year, and I go to this meeting. And I'm being very honest with you guys. They pitched me. I have a master's. I come from an area where we understand scams and schemes and tricks. By the way, I also am an educator, so I was very cognizant of ensuring my community was not being taken advantage of. Americans lack in their knowledge and understanding of life insurance. Americans lack in their knowledge of understanding of how money works. See, America teaches us how to make money. America does not teach us how to protect money, how to save money correctly, how to grow your money. Monday. And what's the last day of the school week? Generally, what time does school start? And generally, what time do we eat lunch? And generally, what time do we get out of school? What does school sound a lot like? A job. We are being indoctrinated to work a job from the time we're 5 years old. When you're in elementary, you work for A's and E's and gold stars and cutesy little, you got your name and you're trying to get your decals. When you get to middle school, you are introduced to actual grades, an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. High school, those grades calculate and turn into a grade point average, a GPA. Why? Because you are being ranked to see who's good enough to go to the private school, the Ivy League, the state school, the junior college, whatever, right? And then when you get to college, you go to college, and when you first get there, you sit with your career counselor and you say, I want to help you pick your what? Degree. And generally, what's one of the top reasons people pick their degree? They want to get a good job. From the age of 5 to the time you graduate college, which are, 17, 18 cognitive development years, you are learning and being indoctrinated on how to work for someone else. Do you know what the title is of most of the millionaires in the world? I know he brought up the industry, but do you know what their title is? Entrepreneurs. Do entrepreneurs learn how to do very fast? They don't learn how to work for others. They learn how to make money work for them.